Hi, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Kelly, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. I feel honored to be able to spend Valentine's Day with you. Honestly, it's like what a beautiful treat to be able to
Oh,
have this hour with you.
thank you. That is so sweet. I feel the same. I feel like, in fact, when I was doing this with Kelly, I was like, do you want to come on Valentine's Day with me? And she was
I'm
like,
like,
yeah, let's go, girl. Oh, I like your sweater. What is that? Is that a poncho or a shawl or a sweater?
it's a shawl.
Oh my
It's
God.
wool, so it's
Ooh.
nice and toasty and warm.
That's gorgeous. And you've got a lot of rain. Kelly's out in California. She was very close to the fires, and now you've got a ton of rain. Man.
You have to laugh, right?
Yeah.
I know when I was sending you guys photos yesterday, I mean, it wasn't like, and that's why I'm like, yeah, it's a little wet here because it's like not to be alarmed, but it's just like, what in the heck? It's like enough is enough is enough. The sun is trying to peek out now, which is nice. So I think we're over with it now, but it was coming down, boy. It was just,
I
yeah.
saw the pictures. And you guys, it was like a river she was driving through. Well, your husband was driving
Right. Bless his heart, because I want, I don't really drive. I did, I mentioned that I did drive the other day, but you know what I did the other night? I drove Landon in the dark.
Oh,
I
that's
bet I
good.
hadn't drove
Yeah.
in the dark in probably seven years. I mean, I really thought I was doing something big. I'm like, got home and Tim's like, oh, that didn't take you very long. And I'm like, no. And I said, yeah, I did it.
I can't believe you did that. I'm so proud of you. Every once in a while when I'm driving, I'll get on the highway until the next exit. That's
And don't
good.
you feel like, you get proud? It's just like, yes, I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because
You gotta get it done.
you're not a highway freeway gal
I
either.
yeah, we were just talking about this. I had Gina on the channel. We did it, and I can feel my fingertips on the steering wheel. I can't feel the rest of my body. I feel like I'm flying behind it.
That's how I get.
Yeah.
I'm like white knuckled, and I'm like, I mean, I was in the road that I was on was 45 miles an hour, and I
Oh,
looked down and I was going 30,
yeah.
just like
Right.
this. I mean, it's just really kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. It's interesting. Ness, I got your question, and we're going to do you first, darling. So that sounded weird. We're going to answer your question first. So. We're like, let's talk about love, baby.
Yes.
So we were just kind of like talking about that. Yeah, let's do it. So I am storing questions while we talk, you guys. I know Ness has to get on her walk, and that's really important.
It
Taking
is.
care of ourselves.
Yes.
Oh, this is so sweet, Gray. Hi, gorgeousnesses.
Oh,
I don't know if that's a real word, but I love a creative word.
I will use it.
Yeah.
I will use it. I love it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's important. It's important that we use our creativity with our vocabulary.
It is.
So
I enjoy making up words, and I'm sure some people are like, wow, Kelly,
yeah.
that's not a word, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Very interesting, people. Very interesting. Anyway, so hello everybody. It's so nice to see everybody here, and thank you for coming in on this beautiful day to talk to us. There's a lot going on the planet, and I love that we all hold space for each other and take care of each other. So it's so important.
So nice that we could all be here to share this special day of love.
Yeah.
I wrote down there's a quote by Gandhi, and he says, "Where there is love, there is life."
Oh, that's so sweet.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's so true. We're not really like sometimes we live in fear, right? And that's a tough nut to crack right there. And
It is.
if we're living in love, even when the fear comes in, then you can kind of watch it, but you don't have to stay there. It's an interesting thing. Um, Gray, do you have a first part to your question, or is that it? Your deadline is here about your trip to Scotland, because I got that part of it, but just let me know. I got you, Infinity. I got you. I got you under my sun. What was that? I got you under my skin. Was that Ella Fitzgerald? Who was that? I've got you. I think it was, might have been Frank Sinatra. I don't know. I
I
can't
keep
remember.
hearing the Rolling Stones under my thumb.
Yeah. There's another one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah. Deanne, spiritual people step off our paths 50 times a day. The beauty of it is we always get back on our path. Amen to that.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. It's crazy. Hey, Annie Bear. How are you, beautiful? Suzanne. Hello. Poco Poco. Oh, you got a card from your parents and chocolates. That's so sweet.
Oh,
I
that's
put
so
chocolate
nice.
and cookies out from my kids on the island, and I told my daughter, I said, "Look," and she looked at me and she goes, it was morning and she had to go to work, and she was just not. She wasn't really impressed. Anyway,
That was so nice, and that's kind of exactly what I did. I set. Well, my mom sent paintings for everybody, for the boys and Anna and Ariana, and they're in a card, and so I put those on the table, and then we got the Godiva chocolates, and I have that sitting. But that's it's simple. That's all it is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just a symbol about how much we love each other, right?
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I had another little something for her because she's easy to buy for. And the guys, if I buy them anything personal, it's like they're not going to wear it, they're not going to read it. Well, sometimes they'll read it and they might listen to it. But oh, you went out to TJ's and got yourself some tulips. I love that, Sharon.
Oh,
The
I
best.
do too.
Yeah,
I love
TJ's,
tulips.
right? They've got the best flowers too, Trader Joe's, man. Just
They
amazing.
do, don't they?
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
flowers rock.
Amazing. So, yeah, they're so cool. And I like their cookies too, but they don't get much. Like you get a little tiny thing that's always like $8 or something.
I
Same thing
know,
with Whole
right?
Foods.
I
Yeah.
know.
And Whole Foods, I don't know if you guys know what rugula is. It's a Jewish pastry. And it's got sour cream in it when they cook it in the pastry. And you can put chocolate in it, you can put raspberry in it, you can put apricot in it, all sorts of different things. And it's hard to find here. And they quit carrying them, but it's probably a good thing for me. Yeah. I love that. I love this group. It keeps me plugged in, and so the light gets turned on, right?
Oh, Deanne, I love that.
Yeah. So, love is so important in our lives, like reacting to telling yourself what you love every day, and giving thanks every day is so huge. It really does change your vibration to notice the beautiful stuff that comes in.
Right? Love is one of the highest vibrations, and and love can transmute. I mean, so much. Like, you were talking about fear and anger and resentment. I mean, when a person is really, really in a state of love, it can transmute all of those other emotions. I mean, it's really beautiful. And don't you really think, I mean, I've been saying it since I was really little, even like to my mom and dad. When I was younger, I would tell them, I'm like, the reason we're here is to love one another. That's why we came to Earth, is to love one another. And some people make it a little bit harder to love on, but we can always still just send them love, and then they get to decide whether or not they're going to accept it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's up to them. Like we can always send love to people, but people don't always have to have it or accept
Mhm.
it. It's their choice. It's free will planet. Kelly, I love your haircut. Looking great, girly.
Oh, Jen, thank
Isn't it
you.
cute? Yeah, I've been
Thank
thinking
you.
about going a little shorter. I got a little bit cut off the last time, but I liked it so much. I love that on you. That is so cute.
Oh, it's maybe a little bit shorter than what I wanted, but my hair grows so fast,
Yeah.
and so it's fine. And getting our hair cut too is a great release. We release all of that energy within our hair too. So it is a great
Oh,
release too when we get our hair cut. Because
interesting.
do you ever notice, like, you're when you do get a haircut, unless it's like super, super bad, but I mean, your energy does really lift
It
from.
does. It
Mhm.
changes things. Yeah, it suits her, doesn't it, Anya? Yeah, for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Rossi bought herself a little something, something. Miniature red rose and 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Rossi, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Carl, that's an interesting thing to say. I thought we all came here to experience negativity since there isn't any in heaven. Well, it is harder to grow when there is no negative things to run up against, right?
Mhm.
We certainly do. This is a good place for the FGOs. So, yeah, it makes a difference for sure. Oh, Annie Bear's been considering a trim. I thought you were growing yours out again, girl. I think yours is beautiful, Annie. What? You always grow yours just below your shoulders and get fed up and get it chopped off to my chin. Happens yearly almost. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of have the same haircut for a long time. I used to, when I was younger, I'd go really short and then I went like back in in the 80s when people had the, asymmetrical haircut.
Yes,
I had it practically shaved on this side and long on this side, and the bangs. And
I love that. And when you got your haircut, I could really tell. It looked really, really nice.
oh, thanks. It needed it. It really needed it. Yeah, because you won't learn in a state of happiness. If you're in a state of happiness, negativity teaches us lessons, and that's where we learn. It does, right, Carl? Yeah, and so I think like the Dalai Lama is still learning, but and he probably has a lot more to learn in the next dimension. But while he's here, he's definitely ascended. So it does cause us to learn, and it causes us to help others and reach out
The
and help
the
someone.
only thing about the negativity is if a person is in a state of negativity, it keeps your vibration at a lower level.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Barbara says, Kelly, I am seeing you for the first time, and you are as beautiful as Teri. So fortunate to have you both.
Oh, Barbara, thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. I
Right?
no, I feel honored to be here with Teri. Teri is the gorgeous one.
Oh,
No,
no.
thank you. That was very, very, very kind.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. Go by and anybody that's here, please do subscribe to everybody that's here. I mean, Kelly Healer, Kelly, and
Oh,
anybody else. So, yeah. Um, believe me, I don't wanna learn anything more, I just wanna have fun now. You can tell your guides,
yes.
"Chillax, man.
I love that, Carol.
I'm pretty good." Okay, your hair is to your waist again, Jen? I haven't had professional haircut in 30 years, I just chop off about 10 inches every New Year's and trim it throughout the year. You must have beautiful hair. Oh
That
my
sounds
god, Jen.
beautiful.
That is so amazing. Yeah. Oh, love is God, fear is ego. Wow, Deanne.
I love that.
Um, yeah, Kelly is a rare gem, isn't she? Yeah,
Oh, you
she's
guys.
very real.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're supposed to learn at least one thing a day, even
Yeah.
if it's what you don't want to do. Yeah.
I totally agree with that. And I get charged up when I do learn something new every day.
Yeah, I do too. And I do try something different every day, like
Yeah.
push myself a little bit farther. And sometimes it's pushing myself in meditations, or if I hear, oh, soul retrieval, like I'm like, yep, I can do that, no problem. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm in. I'm all in. Both feet.
Yeah. Yeah. Jim Bowles, virgin hair, never dyed it either. Wow. You
Wow.
donate that stuff to the Cancer Society. Man, they'd love
That's
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful, Jen.
Yeah. Definitely. Kelly is an angel in training for sure. For sure.
Mm.
Okay,
We
let's get
all are though.
through.
We really you are too, Annie. You are and Teri. I mean, we all of us here are we're all in training. We're all teachers. And and some days we're students. That's where the learning comes in. But I mean, we all are we're all angels in training
Yeah.
in our own way. We all have our own missions that we're on, but it's really it's elevating us all on whatever what if some people like you, Annie. You really are an angel of nature. I mean, nature is where you just really thrive, and so you're out there, and that just really raises your vibration and your energy.
It really does. Yeah, she's the guardian too. Annie
Mm-hmm.
Bear is the
Oh
one
yeah.
that takes care of the tribe. She's always out there with her rattles and everything. Okay, Ness, numero uno. Recently, I feel more myself, like I returned back to my body, and I'm realizing I have been away. What is happening? Ding, 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 ding. Ness, I have been working on this too, and I feel exactly the same. So you could say it's the planets, but I feel like we're bringing back our energy. Um, Sometimes when we go through trauma and we go through fight or flight, right? You can explain this so many different ways. You can explain it that you leave a little piece of yourself here and there, you disassociate. Like you'll leave a part of, if it happened when you were a child, if somebody said, um, you know, there's something wrong with you, or you can't see angels, or you can't heal people, and you're like, oh, I can't do that. I'm going to hide that part of myself. Or if somebody hurt you, you're definitely going to want to hide that part of yourself. I feel like we're collecting all those little aspects of ourselves and healing it. You could do that in so many different ways. You could do that and say that you've got a slash in one of your chakras and do a shamanic healing. You can also call back those little girls, boys, thems, whatever they are, um, to you spiritually. And we've been doing that in meditations. We've been calling back those little spirits because you don't realize that perhaps there was a part of you that wasn't stuck in freeze, fight or flight or freeze, right?
Yeah.
But there, you can be stuck in a freeze mode and still function and still be incredibly empathetic, incredibly intuitive, but you're exhausted, you know? And you're young, so you're not as exhausted as I am. But but you're like, so we're pulling all that energy back in because we can't leave everybody behind for fifth dimension. We gotta take all those pieces of ourselves. So I kind of feel like that's what it is. Let me know if that sounds right. But you go ahead.
Ness, I feel like you've really gone through a shift,
Yeah.
and this shift has really elevated you, and it's almost like like there's a part of you that um that you were clinching on and holding back, like almost like
Mm.
your heels were dug in, and I don't even think you were probably aware of it, and all of a sudden that's like released, and it's like almost like you've given yourself permission now to move on to this next level. I did pull a couple cards, and I got let this be your sign, and I got split focus. So I don't know if I know you're working so hard on your writing, and in this project that you've been working on, and I'm wondering if you have literally like are starting to focus more maybe on yourself, and that is maybe kind of the alignment and the shift that needed to take place, that all of your energy was so engrossed, and rightfully so, in this project that you've been working on, that now you're giving some attention to yourself, and I just really feel like that just like really shifted you and propelled you, and I'm hearing do more of that. So I if that I hopefully that helps, and give yourself permission to to honor yourself and do those things that you love, and it's great. What do they say? What's that saying about work hard, play hard? You work hard, Ness. I mean, you really are a hard worker, but make sure that you're finding that time to take care and play too.
Yeah. And it's interesting, Ness, that you're just now reaching out there. And by the way, everybody here, Ness is now doing readings, astrology readings, and she is phenomenal. She's given me a reading. I loved it. So there's like, you've had time for reflection. I pulled reflection for you. And I think that's, you've had time to look at everything, and you've had time to tell your story in the project that you've been working on. But you've also had time now to go have fun. Like, I think you giving yourself permission to step back out there and do the readings is something that you do for joy. And that joy is going to be bringing you more energy.
Yes.
And it might take a while, right? When we're in that freeze position. And then belonging. Because you do belong. Like, there are so many people here that you help and that you're assisting, and the project that you're working on is going to be particularly healing for everybody. So very impressive. Yeah. Whoop, whoop, Ness. Go Ness, everybody says.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Carl. May I hear from my spirit team for guidance next week? There's been snags on the deals that I almost closed. Will I finally break the spell? Thanks. Something needs to be balanced, Carl. So they're showing me the balance, right? The beams there, and there is a balance there, but it's it feels like it's wavering a little bit. Like, I'm not sure what that is. If you've given something too much to someone, or if you've or somebody has taken too much from you. But a balance needs to be made. And sometimes that's a balance between your home life and your work life. Like, have you balanced that? Or are you just worried about that? Like, when you're at home and you're doing things that should be bringing you joy, are you worried about work? And that's easily done, right? That's what we do on this planet until we look at it. I'm still waiting for the invitation for a celebration you mentioned, Kelly, last month. So the balance is coming. You're ready for the balance. I can see it, but it's okay. Yeah. Clear your energy. You need to do an energy clearing, my friend. It's kind of what they're saying. So see if that works for you. I do see you making achievement. You've always got great cards. But just watch that, because that's very balanced in the achievements. He has a goddess on either side of him, Ganesh. So watch that. And I can see that you're determined. Yeah. Haven't paid your rents. Yeah. So, yeah, needs to be a balance there. Yeah, of course it's going to be something. Hi, Jean. Okay, you go ahead, Kelly.
Carl, I get that there's something better, coming. There's something better. So that's, and that's the thing, when we are really anticipating something, coming into fruition and it all working out, our guides and angels, they know best. And so, they're working behind the scenes to align and bring you something even better. And I get that there might be just a small wait, but there is something better coming. And I'm getting to that. It's really important for you to be extra gentle with yourself, Carl, and make sure that you're getting plenty of rest, because when a person is in that state of worry, where you're concerned, you're worried about the next job coming in, it can really do a toll on our bodies. And so I'm glad you're clearing your energy, because that is going to be really beneficial for you. And with that worry, we can tend to get overstimulated. And so clearing your energy, making sure that you're getting plenty of sleep, and getting up early.
Yeah, he says
Yeah,
yes. That's guides reminded him.
That's really important. Really, really, really important. And if there's people around you that are bringing drama or conflict, really, now is the time to really step away from that, because just really having a positive group of people around you, and just positive surroundings is going to be really, really, really important. So anybody that's causing conflict, drama, negativity would be, and of course you have to listen to yourself, but I would recommend stepping back, limiting your time with them, putting up better boundaries with them.
Yeah, definitely. What, there's Dreamscapes Music Cinema.
Mark,
hi.
hi.
Oh, that's Mark. Okay. Hi, Mark. How are you? And since Psychic Jean is here, hello, beautiful. Good to see you.
Jean.
Okay. Next, and I'm not going to do these in order. I'm just going to grab. Okay, here we go. Infinity 11. I love that name. I'm experiencing some external energies, picking up on the anxiety or nervousness from some situation, probably, in my opinion, causing me stomach issues. Any guidance for this situation? I do feel it in your solar plexus, Infinity.
Mm-hmm. Solar and sacral. I'm feeling it in.
Yeah.
It's like my stomach right now is just it's literally
Yeah.
really, really churning.
Mine too.
And Infinity, when we are feeling anxious and nervous, and sometimes it can't be helped. I mean, we're living in a world where we have things going on in our personal lives, we have things going on in the collective, and it can be a lot, and it can be a lot on our systems too. And so really, really taking care of yourself, and anything, something that, and this is entertainment purposes only, something that I started making daily, actually it's about every other day I make it, because it takes me about a day and a half to drink it. But I make in a gallon pitcher, I take fresh ginger, and I peel it, and then I have a thing, I kind of like smush it, and I put like 2 to 3 big like knobs of ginger in it, and then I scrub my cucumbers really good. I leave the skin on, and I cut them kind of thick, and I put that in there, and then I put a little bit of lemon, and you might want to cut back on the lemon just because of your stomach. but for sure, like the ginger and the cucumber. And
She says she's
oh,
taken those after your advice last time.
oh, good, good. And so this water, I've started drinking it. Oh my gosh. Well, what today's Friday? I think I started on Monday, and it really, really just I feel better. It helps my stomach. But I'm also getting that I pulled a card and it says worried less, that they want you to know that everything is going to be okay, and to trust that you're right where you need to be, and to be really gentle with yourself, infinity. I mean, really give yourself the grace that you give everybody else, and just, yeah, really, really take care. That's good. The salt baths with lemon and essential oils
Oh,
in a diffuser. I like that. I and that's really good. I've been using lemongrass, and now I've just switched to lang lang in my diffuser.
oh,
And
lovely.
I really like that. But if you can really just really be in a state of and I know it's easier said than done, but peace, and letting go of the worry, and just trusting that, you are right where you need to be, and that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay.
Yeah. Infinity, is there a young person around that is going through a hard time that you're worried about? Is that part of it? Or was the young person you? Because I brought in meditation, and this little angel in there sometimes, she's very pensive, right?
Mhm.
Like she's really looking at something. So sometimes it's that we worry about our loved ones so much, and because you're an empath and you care,
Yeah.
you have anyone young about me, so it could be you. Yeah, it could be, or it
Mm.
could be someone around you that's behaving in a way or going through a hard time. Or perhaps there's somebody around you that's a pot stirrer, because we've all known them, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they stir things up, and yeah, yeah. So I feel like you've got a lot of support from your guides, but also support from the group Infinity. I don't know if you've got a community around you, but work conflict. Yeah, yeah. So probably you need to send that person love. Yeah, work conflict, and you pick the energies from them. Yeah, that's what it feels like. So you need some boundaries with them,
Hmm.
and that's what that group was. So sending them love through the back of their heart chakra is a huge thing. Just imagine that you're sending them love every day before you get to work. And look at when you see them, look at them at divine beings, having
Yes.
a human experience. And that kind of changes your energy around them and their energy around you. And it helps you to look at them like, oh, isn't that sweet? She did something really silly or really stupid. And and it kind of changes the environment around it. You look at their light. So this is miracles. So this angel is just seeing the light around them.
That's
So if
beautiful.
it's possible, I know it takes some work, but once you get used to it, loving people where they're at, because what's in their brain and what's going on in their lives is what they're seeing, and it means a lot to them. And they might see things completely different than we do, and we might think they're being unfair, but a lot of times they're just being them. And for them, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And that's what they believe. So maybe that is, right? Anyway, okay.
And infinity, you could y- y- this is in there too. It's just a suggestion. And it wouldn't even have to be big, but even just like a piece of smoky quartz you could bring with you to work, or to have by your computer, whenever you're surrounded by their energy, just for a little bit of protection. You can carry it in your pocket, and just have it with you. that can help too.
Yeah. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I've got shungite on my desk all the time.
Oh, that's beautiful,
And that really
Teri.
absorbs it too. And somebody the
I
other day
love that.
sent me an email and they've got a cat carved out of shungite. And I'm like, oh my God.
I
It's
love
not
that.
easy to get. Christine just got the notification for the bell for the live. Christine, they're going to take you off. YouTube does that all the time. They don't send out notices. So good luck, Infinity. Yeah. Okay, Gray. Your deadline is here to buy your ticket to Scotland, and you're not ready. Please help. So, can you clarify that, Gray? Why aren't you ready? Okay, Teri, I'm so not concerned about sorting out your vibe for the good outcome after things have been going mucky for ages. So read for the trip. How? Okay. Are we talking about monetary, Gray? Is it that you're not ready for that part of it, or you're not ready for what it looks like? I'll just read on the trip to Scotland. Do you have family there, Gray? Or are you going with family? And is it somebody with a lot of energy?
Oh boy, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So much time, heart, and energy wasted. I can't bear anymore. No room for even more mistakes. Stakes are high. Okay. Is this work? So maybe this is you putting all that energy around it.
Not ready. Not ready in a good mindset.
No, you have a day to suspend credit, but not ready in a good mindset alone. Oh my God, Gray. Some of my best trips have been alone. You know, I usually go visit family and then I'll spend a few days on my own somewhere on the way home or whatnot, or a week. And it's been amazing. And especially Scotland, right?
It's
Scotland.
gonna be beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Gray? This is what they're showing me is if you can connect. Okay. So number one, you got the peace sign and the arrow up. And then that circle came in, like the nerves or the energy around it, and it turned into a vortex. So it feels like, can you connect to the elementals there? Because I'm kind of, I mean, it's filled with elementals and connect to their energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's going to be an amazing time. Who's in Scotland? Is it Finland? No, Finley? Going by feel. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be good, dear. I mean, I feel like once you get into that elemental energy, go to a tree and lean against the tree. And I always figure if I'm going on a trip by myself, the worst thing that happens is I stay in my hotel room and eat room service and watch movies all day.
Right? And
And
that's
that would be a
beautiful.
vacation. Yeah, that would be my vacation. Findhorn Gardens. Yeah. Isn't that Scotland or is that Ireland? That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Up north, Scotland is Findhorn. Everybody here knows Findhorn. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you're going to be like, they're just showing me your feet. And you know, your feet connects. I just learned this last night. Your feet, the soles of your feet connect to your cervix. And the way you process energy, it's huge. So walking is going to be huge for you. The energy that you're going to pick up on the soles of your feet there are going to be very healing, and that's right where your sacrum is. That's right where your first two chakras are. Should I land in London or Edinburgh first? It's your choice. I love London. I haven't ever landed in Edinburgh, but London's my favorite big city, and I don't like big cities. I like small cities, but London has the way that it's laid out. I think the Masons laid it out or somebody, and energetically, it's really good. And in each neighborhood, it's like a small town. So it looks a little like a lot at first, but then once you get there, it's like, and get into it. It's, yeah. Tony says London is a huge airport to navigate. Edinburgh will be smaller. Oh, thank you, Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, I get great. It's going to be a beautiful trip. Your guides and your angels are so proud of you for stepping outside your comfort zone, and that this is going to be really it's going to be huge as far as your ascension process goes, because I got that being there on that land. I got that it's going to activate your crown chakra, and then they want you to clear any limiting beliefs, any I can't, I shouldn't, any of those, anything that may be limiting, in the fact that you're going alone, just get let that go, and make a list of things that you would like to do while you're there, to let the universe know, so they can plan and prepare ahead of you, to align these things for you. But I get it's really going to be like a huge upgrade for you to be there. And if if you can just let go of those limiting beliefs, but your guides and your angels are just really proud of you for stepping outside that comfort zone and stepping outside the box. And I get that it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful trip.
Yeah. And if you see a few day things that you want to do that are guided, do that. And they're showing me you getting tea somewhere too, Gray. So get a special, I love going to tea when I'm in the UK.
Yeah.
Go get a special place. I went to, I was in Abu Dhabi by myself, and I went to tea at the Palace there, which it's a hotel called the Palace. And it was amazing. And they didn't offer tea for one. So I ordered a plate of the sandwiches that are on the tea sandwiches. It was so good. And a Diet Coke, $60. Didn't fill me up.
Love that.
But I had a beautiful time. Yeah, they had somebody there playing, and it was lovely. Yeah.
That sounds absolutely beautiful, Teri.
Yeah, it was fun. But I wish I would have had things lined up a little more when I got there. Excuse me. Okay, next. Let's see. Do you want to pick one?
You go. You're a rock star.
Oh, thank you.
You are.
Hypnicity. If you're doing readings, I could use a message from Spirit. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Do you want some more time, or
no? You
sure?
Yep, I'm ready. Or you go ahead.
You go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay. Hypnicity. I get. It's your time to shine, and it is. It truly is. And I think you know that it's your time to shine. And I got, what is meant for you will find you. And so we always speaking of myself, we have our hopes, our dreams, and our intentions, and it's like I want it now. I want it now. But just know that everything that is meant for you is going to find your way to you. I also got to tap into your sacral power, and so was that what you were just saying? Was it your sacral, or that connects you to your
Actually, your cervix. I think I did say sacrum, but your cervix, when you're in the womb, I just learned this last night from my daughter and taking her her workshop. It's when you're in the womb, the cervix has the same cells as the soles of your feet. The anyway, so the way your feet are laid out. So it's quite interesting. So but it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And so what is meant for you will find you, and they don't want you to feel like you have to push so hard, that to have fun, stop and smell the roses and play, and just they're saying pace yourself. Just pace yourself. I'm getting sleep too, and so I don't know, and we're kind of in the full moon. I mean, it's starting to it's waning a bit now, but I know myself, when there's a full moon, I do have trouble sleeping. And so to make sure that you're getting an ample enough of sleep, and I'm getting childhood. So I don't know if somebody from your childhood is going to be reaching out to you, or if it could be like a childhood friend, or if it just means to let that inner child out to play and to have fun and be silly. And
Good.
and yeah, I also feel like there's a grandmother around you, Hypnicity, and I get that she watches over you, and she brings you comfort, and she also brings you guidance. Do you have something from your grandmother or your great grandmother? I get, what I get, Hypnicity? I get that she sings to you, that she's around you, and she sings. So I don't know, and you may hear her at times.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Dealing with childhood trauma that I never realized I had. So many of us are waking up to that, Hypnicity. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot to process, honey.
It is. And give
Yeah.
yourself grace. Give yourself grace. It just in the time. And it will, and like they said, you don't have to push so hard in healing it. Take your time.
Yeah. Pulling together that little piece of us, right? That little girl that or boy or they, I always have to keep saying that didn't know how to cope with something, so they disassociated from it and left it. So pulling that little piece of us back together into our heart, which was interesting because when Spirit was, they always let me channel, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's a puzzle piece right there next to the heart. So
I love that.
And it looked like a kind of a wild, twisty road, but then it showed me it was a puzzle. But it all leads to your heart, and it's going to be a huge growth experience. You have to trust in yourself, because you made it out of there, and kudos to you, right? And now you're free, and you don't have to go through everything that happened. You don't have to reprocess everything. You just have to realize that you are solid and you are amazing. You've got abundance coming. So this is going to be a huge growth, even though it sounds like not much fun, but it will be a big reset for you. there is the woman that comes on the show, and I keep saying I'm going to have her back on. I'll email her today. Rachel Grant, and it's Finding Joy. I can't remember what the name of her book is, but she has an amazing book about processing everything. Yeah, we're all clearing. See, transmissions beyond duality, Annie Bear says, to adjust energies.
Yes.
Super helpful on her community page as well. Thanks, Annie. You already knew your grandparents because they lived far away, or you hardly knew them. My mom's mom left her writing about life and home, hotel building. Oh, yeah. So,
I get that she's with you, and sometimes, sometimes when, it doesn't matter if we didn't know our grandparents. Sometimes, when we come to Earth and we don't have that special bond with our grandparents, our aunts and uncles or whatnot, when they cross over, they can be more helpful to us, on the other side than they actually were here on Earth. And so I feel she's around you, and I feel she's guiding you, and she's singing. I don't know if she loved to sing while she was, but I hear her singing.
Yeah, and oftentimes we'll find out that this is generational. And she just said, "In the last of my generation, it weighs on me sometimes." Yeah, this is also you're the last of your generation. You're also the matriarch. Then hypnicity. No matter if there is anybody coming up the rear, you're the matriarch. So you're the queen. So own that. Your strength in that. Also, the grandparents often come in because you're breaking the cycle. I know in my family, it's the same. It was my, with having family in the Holocaust. I mean, both my grandmother, my mother went through that. I went through that, and my daughter did too. So, and I feel like my husband probably did too. My late husband. So, we're letting it stop here. We're making it stop here, and we're moving on. So lots of love to you, honey. And Rachel Grant's never had kids. Don't feel like a matriarch. You don't have to have kids to be a matriarch. You just have to own your strength and your power, because you're amazing that you got here, hypnicity. And you're always so giving. So really you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah. 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 1 in 4 women, 1 in 9 men. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, Tony says you can Google a reflexology chart to massage the soles of your feet. Yeah, on your own. The same as our earlobes represent different parts of our body and teeth too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Lots of love to you, hypnicity.
Yes.
Kelly's journey. Okay. I have been having difficulty hearing my guides recently. I like your advice. Time to get back to the basics. Ground, take time off, electronics, sleep, drink water, etc. Right?
That's it. You got it, Kelly. That is it.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, Gina. Okay. Love. What's love got to do with it? LOL. Question. Will I find love in friendships, community, or a partner this year? Gina. Love, love, love. Gina, are you here?
I think she maybe just left.
Oh, did she? Hi, Flower Beauty. Yeah, let us know if you're here, dear. If not, yeah, it's a really good question. Don't see. Oh, no, that's gray. Okay. Sharon O'Brien. I think Sharon's here. I would love an energy reading, please. Let's see. Sharon, you're here, aren't you, Annie? I should have asked before I said, let's do it. I don't know. We'll keep looking.
Oh, yep, there she is.
Oh, yay. Okay. There's Sharon. Okay. Wow. Sharon, your crown chakra is wide open, young lady.
Yeah.
Good on you. What a fun.
It's funny you should say that. I pulled a card, Sharon, and I got your intuition is really, really accelerating.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have been journaling or if you ever just sit like with a notepad and scribble and do automatic writing. If not, I get that it would be really good. I get that you're getting messages through writing and meditation and just being still and quiet. Thank you. And water is really good for you. I like sitting by water. I mean, obviously drinking water, but sitting by water, looking at water, really heightens your intuition and really helps you tap in and receive messages. I get that you're getting messages through your dreams too. Your angels and your guides remind you not to overthink things, because sometimes when we overthink things, we get into our head. So if you feel like you're starting to go down that rabbit hole, just bring yourself back. And then lastly, I get that they want you to know that you're on the right path.
That's beautiful. Yeah. You're really light on your feet, young lady. So I got freedom, and this woman is playing with all the angels. She's dancing with them. So it's like something set you free. You got a lot of abundance coming in. This can also be harmony. This can be music. So I feel like you're kind of in the flow right now, and you got a big celebration coming up. So I don't know if you've got an anniversary of some sort of a loved one, or if you have an anniversary, but something's coming up that you're celebrating. I am just going to say, I love that you were talking about the water being so important, that Sharon, to make sure that you're giving yourself plenty of grounding while you're going through this. Like right now, I've got these two huge stones here from George, and I'll probably leave him for one more day because his anniversary is coming up too. But they're a lot of energy to take in.
Yeah.
So even though I got my shungite here, I'm going to have to move it pretty soon.
They're so beautiful, Teri.
Oh, thank you. They are gorgeous, aren't they? And they're so powerful.
And what a beautiful way to honor him.
Yeah. Well, he was an honor to us.
Really
so
was.
yeah. Let me know if that helps any. But it feels like you've just really been doing the work, Sharon. It's really amazing. So we're about at the end. Do you have time for one more?
Sure.
Okay. Did Gina show up?
I didn't see her show
Yeah,
up.
I didn't see her either. Okay. That's all right. Tony's still here. If I'm not too late, may I have a message for a loved one, from a loved one, my guardian angel, or one of my spirit guides moving forward? Yes, ma'am. Oh, and a reading for the collective, we sure could, Pogo. Yeah, we'll do that after this. Ah. Tony, are you getting caught up in the minutia? Because they're saying, look at the big picture. And this might be the collective too, you guys. Because I think a lot of us are doing this. There's so much going on the planet right now that we kind of are navigating our way through it, right? And trying to be careful. But looking at the big picture, they've got big plans for you. You've also got a guide right around you. Okay. So somebody's bringing in signs. So signs in the stars. Here come. And it could be an animal because both my animals came in exact. That was that big, huge door that my kitty cat opens. Yes, you're an analytical person who overthinks. Okay. So that makes sense to you. Thank you for saying that. You've got signs coming in. And this could be an animal spirit. This could be a pet on the other side or on this side that's come back to you, or someone that was really into the animals. You've got some friends too. I'm not sure if you've got friends on the other side that have left, or sisters or brothers, but this is somebody that would have been in your generation probably. Went to school with or something. It's like, yeah, you've got huge support right now. So whatever you're going through, whatever's happening, and I think we should all take this, that you've got huge support. This could be a trip too, Tony. Are you thinking about a trip with some friends? Because I'm getting, again, I've got the friends, playfulness. You've been thinking of your greyhound Maggie who passed in 2022. Yeah. So that's playfulness, right? Definitely your Maggie, but make sure that you're flying with your friends. Do something fun. Yeah, lots of support around you. And you got some big new things coming in this year. Go ahead, Callie.
Tony, I feel too that there's a huge changes coming in, and sometimes when we're we're sitting on the edge of our seat and we're waiting for that change to come in, what we can do to help the energy and help it come in faster is we can shift things around in our space and move things, declutter, get rid of things that helps change and shift the energy to accelerate the movement and the energy flow. I'm getting something with your chest or throat, and so I'm like breath work would be really, really important for you. I just heard 3, so it could either be like 3 days, 3 weeks. I'm thinking three weeks. Just to help with anxiety and it can be even just meditation, but just regulating your nervous system. I'm getting that sunshine is going to be really good for you, the vitamin D, and just to help heal the nervous system. Positive affirmations I got would be really beneficial. And getting outside kind of coincides with the sun, and grounding and just being one with nature is going to be really important. I do like Teri, I get something's coming up that you're going to have an opportunity to do something, And of course, if you are feeling called to do it, I'm getting do it. But of course, that has to be, your decision. I'm also getting that crystals are really, if you have crystals, they you're either working with crystals, or you're going to be getting new crystals, or it could be even that your crystals just are needing to be put in the sun too, to get recharged and activated. But I'm getting working with crystals too would be really good for you right now.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Anya's right there decluttering. Ditto. I went through my closet. I keep going through my closet. I keep pulling out a garbage bag and taking it into the thrift store of stuff that I'm not wearing. And yeah.
Same. I have a huge, I think it's a Ross, one of those huge Ross bags downstairs. And when I went through my closet this morning, I took three pieces out and I brought it downstairs and put it in that bag. And just, and just that, even that little bit, it helps shift the energy movement, and it just gets things moving faster.
Yeah. You can just even rearrange your crystals, Tony.
Yeah.
Put them in different places, rearrange all your altars.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got one in almost every room, and I put jewelry on them. I put jewelry on all the Buddhas and the Marys and the Jesuses.
I do too. Yep. I'll put necklaces on them, and I'll put crystals on them. And I have, what do you, with the cross?
Rosaries.
Yeah. And I'm not Catholic, but for some reason I'm drawn to them. And
they're
so
beautiful.
I'll hang them on my Buddhas, and
yeah.
Yeah,
I do too. You want to pull a card for the collective then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Denise. Denise says, these are all beautiful readings. Feels so good. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Feels good to release the old. It does. Yeah, freshwater pearls on your reclining Ganesh, Anya. Anya, I've got pearls on almost all my Buddhas and Ganeshas. Yeah, Buddha Vistas. Oh, you use rocks and shells, Deanne? I love that. Yeah.
I love rocks and shells too.
Yeah,
I love them all.
You go ahead, dear. I'll let you go.
I get that it's really important to take care of our nervous system, and it's always a good time, but I'm getting it's an especially good time to take care of our nervous system, and give ourselves grace, and just practice boundaries, practice peace and balance. And I pulled a card and I got stuck in lack. So if there's any of us that are just feeling, and it can be today too. I mean, if somebody's alone or whatnot, we can just feel, that lack. And so it says, you have all the resources you need to carry you through, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have. It is ego-based fears taking over, and don't give up. And so just to kind of remember, we have all the resources around us. We have this beautiful community. We have each other, and and that we're all in this together. We're all on the right path. And I'm so grateful for all of you, and just give yourself grace, hug on yourselves, love each other, and love, give yourself the love that you give everybody today in honor of Valentine's Day. I think would be a beautiful, beautiful gift for all of us.
I love that. Yeah, I get understanding. So, and I get the same thing you do, Kelly, about the most important thing right now is to make yourself strong.
Yeah.
Like eat the right food, drink the right stuff, lots of water. If there's something you can do for yourself that nurtures yourself, do it, like something special, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Self-love. Thank you, Karen Doyle. That's what I've been trying to say for a week. Self-love. So, but be one of the watchers. Watch what's going on. You don't have to be inside every circle.
Right. Yeah.
Watch it with understanding, because there's going to be a lot coming up in the next couple of months, and it's just chaos, right? And we're seeing it. Be our own Valentine. Oh, Deanne, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. And so take special care of yourself. If it's getting a massage, you can go to the massage schools and get one for $40. Give yourself something special, regardless. But be a watcher. So a lot of us have seen the watchers in our dreams lately. The tall, skinny people that sit on the edge of your bed or whatever and watch, which is weird, but they are kind of watching. And I feel like we do need to be a watcher and see things coming.
It's funny you should say that, Teri, because I kept hearing visitors that visitors were coming in, which would be the same thing. And it also could be our loved ones, popping in on us on Valentine's Day to let us know that, we love you. And so, they're wanting to share their love with us too. And so
100%. That's beautiful. All right, everybody. Well, have a great week and happy Valentine's Day, and lots of love to all of you.
Valentine's Day, everybody.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Whoops. We'll see if I can ever leave. Maybe not. There we go.